Okay, hello to anyone from various weight loss communities online that I post to, any Facebook friends who might happen to be watching this, and obviously to future me. Um, I am making a series of videos. This is obviously the first one to chronicle my experiences with some skin removal surgery. Uh, for those of you who don't already know this, I'm 5'2.5" tall, and I used to weigh around 250 pounds. I now weigh around 120, so I basically lost another me of this size worth of fat. It took me 14 months, I think, around about there. It was less than 2 years, but certainly more than one. Um, and I and so that's been great. I've lost all this excess fat, but unfortunately I did not lose all of my excess skin, as you can see right here. Yay, flap, flap, flap. So I am looking at getting skin removal surgery. This is something that people who undergo major weight loss frequently have to deal with, but there's not really a whole lot of resources out there that really track the experience through the entire thing. Usually you might hear reviews afterwards or people who are considering doing it, but you don't really hear kind of the in-between and how the process goes. And so I was thinking that since I'm going to be doing this, I might as well record my experiences, and maybe they can be enlightening for other people who are considering the surgery, or people who I know, like in the various weight loss communities I post in, some people come in and they're like, I don't know if I want to lose weight because I'm going to have all this excess skin. If you're one of those people, just as an aside, I can't even, I can't tell you how much better it is to be thinner with a few pounds of excess skin. I mean, yeah, that looks like crap. Look at that. That's ridiculous. But you should have seen me at 250 pounds. In fact, you know what? Let's point somewhere. Let's put up a video of me at 250-ish pounds. So as you can see, it's not like, oh, she looks so much worse because look at all that excess skin. It's like, no, there's just no comparison. And that's just from a visual standpoint. Let's not even get into how much better it is for your health to be thinner, even if you have some excess skin. So sorry, that was a bit of a tangent, but it's just something I see frequently come up is, I'm worried about excess skin. I don't know if I even want to, if I'm not gonna look perfect. It's like, you're still gonna look a lot better, and you're gonna be healthier too. Anyways, tangent. So I am going to have the skin removed from my arms only. As you can see, I have a little bit of excess skin here and there, but it's really not very significant anywhere other than my arms. You could consider it lucky or unlucky, but I never really distributed as much fat as most people on my torso. It was mostly in my arms, so unfortunate for the arms, but great for the torso. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still excess skin there and on my thighs, but it's significantly less amount. And also, all of those other areas are easily hidden with clothing, while your arms, I mean, they're out there. Even if you're not wearing sleeveless shirts like this, it's like you could still, you're moving them around, people see them. So it's significantly more obvious when you have a lot of excess skin there. And also, if you have some excess skin on your stomach, whatever, as long as you wear a shirt, no one's gonna know. But if you have excess skin on your arms to the degree that I have, like, look at how much I can lift that up. And actually the surgeon, when he was looking at it pre-op, was like folding it over and stuff like that. So it's a significant amount, and what it does is it actually makes my clothes not fit properly. If I have something that fits me torso-wise, it's too small for my arms. And if I have something that's big enough for my arms, it's huge in the torso. It's like, well, just get your clothes tailored. Why are you doing a surgery? Well, I was thinking, I haven't done the math, but there's a good chance that if I had to get my clothes tailored for the rest of my life, because this ain't going away at this point, the only way to get rid of that is surgery. And it's like, the cost of having my clothes tailored for the rest of my life could actually be more than the cost of the surgery. And I'll go over the cost later on in the video. But that's one of the main reasons that I chose this surgery and not a lot of the other ones, is because because this one actually affects my life in ways that are more than just vanity and cosmetic. It actually changes the way my clothes fit, and thus severely limits certain clothes, what kind of clothes that I can wear. And I'm not, I can't wear cute clothes. It's like I had to do a presentation and I went to buy nice clothes, and it's like, well, I guess I'm wearing a sweater in this 70-degree weather. So it gets pretty inconvenient at best, and so that's why I've decided to do my arms, but not really worry about anything else at this point. We'll deal with that when I'm an old lady and my skin starts sagging a little bit more naturally. So I mentioned I was going to talk about cost. That's a really big thing that people tend to think about with the surgery, because it is very rarely, if ever, covered by insurance or National Health Services or any sort of state provided health care, and so people tend to have to pay for this out of pocket. I live in a area with some fairly low cost of living, and our surgery prices reflect that. It's a bit lower here than the national average. I will pay, or the cost of this surgery, which includes the surgery itself. Shut up, Siri. I'm saying surgery, not Siri. The cost for the surgery, the operating room, and the anesthesia is going to come to $5,120 or something like that. And the only thing I'll have left to pay for is a hotel room to stay there the night that I have the surgery, because it's in a town further away from my home. And then also the cost of the pain medication and the antibiotic that'll be put on post-surgery. But other than that, everything is included in the $5,100. So it's actually relatively affordable here compared to what I've seen in some other areas. And so the cost, it's relatively substantial, especially on a college budget like mine. However, from what I've seen from reviews and stuff, everyone is deeming it worth it. So, and I didn't really realize how important this surgery was until I actually started pursuing getting the surgery. I was like, yeah, I wish I could get my arms fixed, but it's not that big of a deal to me. And then once I started being like, yeah, it is kind of a big deal, it became a much bigger. Now I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I'm dying to get this surgery. So, also, it's worth mentioning that another reason that I've chosen to do my arms is because someone actually, I thought it was incredibly rude of this person, but someone actually commented. They said that I had fat old lady arms. They were doing it they thought that it was funny and they were making conversation, but it just came out of nowhere. And it was like, for every person that says something, you have to think that there's a lot more people who are like, oh, she's got fat old lady arms, but not mentioning it, So I'd previously not been self-conscious at all, but that kind of started getting that to creep up there a little bit. So that's another reason that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get my arms fixed, because it's like, how many people are noticing this and just not saying anything? So yeah, anyways, so that's the cost of the surgery, the reason that I'm choosing to do my arms and not anywhere else. I think that that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video, but basically I should explain why I'm doing the videos in the first place. Oh, I did say, to track my experiences. So at this point in time, as far as my timeline, I've had the first consultation with the plastic surgeon so that he could be like, yep, those look like arms, I can operate on them. So, and this is a brachioplasty, by the way. I don't know if that's what most people call it an arm lift, but it's technically called a brachioplasty. And so I've met with him, and so we've scheduled the surgery for early May. I will have one more pre-op consultation with him about a week before the surgery. Then I'll go in for surgery, and then the recovery process will start. And so I intend to do a video every step along the way with, what I've learned, my thoughts on the process, how I'm feeling about whether it was worth it or not like that, and stuff like that. And so I'll do one after the pre-op consultation. I'll do one right before the operation. I'll do one as soon as I'm feeling up for it after the operation. And basically I'm going to not only talk about it, but once I actually have something to show other than flap, 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 is, you know, I'll show, you know, this is what it looks like a week after surgery, this is what it looks like a month after surgery, that kind of stuff, so that you can see a timeline of my surgery and healing process and how I'm feeling along the timeline. Because when I was doing research about this surgery, that's something that I felt was really lacking. You get a lot of, oh, it was so worth it, I'm 6 months post-op, it's perfect, and it's like, but how did you feel about it 3 days after the operation when you were still swollen and in pain? I mean, not that I mean, of course, it's the long run that you really want to know about, but still, I think it'll be interesting to see every step along the way for people who are considering this surgery, or just thinking about, or just wondering what might be in their future if they're looking at major weight loss. So yeah, so keep an eye out. I'll probably do some more videos as things go on, and hopefully I won't have just come back from the gym with my greasy face and my gross hair and my gym clothes. So I'll try and be a little bit more presentable next time. Alright, bye guys.